good evening. I wasn't even planning to do two recordings in the same day, but I tell you, I just got finished listening to and watching Kevin Samuels' show on Are Modern Women Running Out of Time. There were a myriad of women that called in tonight, ages from 23 all the way to 51. So you got a whole bunch of different perspectives. I will say at times, though, it was excruciating to watch. I asked myself, why am I putting myself through this torture? Maybe I'm putting myself through the torture to get some content, but I don't think they understand what the situation that they're in. This one young lady, 23-year-old young lady, I guess she had called in before, I don't know, and Kevin was talking to her about, these hair weaves and so she started talking about what's the European standard, and he says, well, you're talking about European standard, but you have this clear hair on that clearly does not grow out of your head. Now, I'm not a person to talk about weaves, wigs, whatever, because I've had a love affair with hair all my life. All my life. Anybody that knows me, from the time that I was 8 years old, I was dancing with a towel on my head like it was mine. In college, I was doing braids, down my back before it was even fashionable. I wore the sole to sole braids down where I could sit on them. I would have my hair short one couple of weeks, and then later it'd be down my back. Hey, I have no problem with it. I've always thought hair was an accessory. Until we are honest with ourselves about whatever it is we're doing, whatever it is we're feeling, we're not gonna gain any traction. There was another lady who called in, and it was almost like she was gonna cry. I felt like I wanted to cry for her. She, I guess she had been in a relationship for a couple of years. Kevin asked her, why didn't you all get married? And she says, well, we were going to get married, but COVID happened. And he says, well, he's trying to, get stuff out of her. And again, you have to keep in mind, if you're going to call in, he's going to ask you some questions. So it's almost like those people who go on Judge Judy. Have you never watched her show? So he's trying to pull things out of her, and you can see she's crumbling. And it's clear to me that she's struggling for her self-esteem. It's clear to me. It's probably clear to her too, but grappling with acceptance of that. Then you have another woman who's been with her man for 18 years. They have kids together. Kevin asked, why aren't they married? Well, I guess both of them had bad examples of marriages on both of their sides. So, she admitted they didn't get married out of fear. Well, the bottom line is, well, she said that, we consider each other married. You're not married. There are no benefits for fiancés unless you specifically do a life insurance policy, or spell out to my fiance in a will, which we already know a lot of black folk don't have wills, just to keep it 100. There are no benefits for fiancés. Night was relatively mild far as Kevin, laying down the hammer. So he was relatively mild tonight. But I could see in some of these women the struggle that they're having, accepting things, or accepting themselves, accepting their lives, accepting the fact that there's some changes that may need to be made if they want to have the outcome that they say they want. Also grappling with the question, am I too late? Have I run out of time? But we have to accept ourselves And if you know, if you're like me, say, hey, hair is an accessory, own it. I've always owned it. I like it because I'm a creative. But I just, I really hope that I'm able to work with our sisters, young sisters, sisters my age, because we can do better. We can be better. And yet again, another thing that was happening is, like I said earlier, we talk too much. We call in, or they call in, ask for the advice. Don't stop speaking long enough to get the advice. And then when you get the advice, justify why it's not the right advice for you because it's a yeah, but. Here's the thing you want to consider. Like I said, eat the chicken, leave the bones. But when you all call in, you know what you're getting into. You know what you're getting into. And, what is the point of calling in to ask for some advice when you're not even going to be completely honest? Now, if you know that you're not going to be honest on a public platform, which I understand because I'm not trying to let you have it all, why call? It's tough. It's tough. And again, I'm not judging because I see myself in some of the women, but it's a struggle to watch. And he's giving some tough love. Again, I can't get down completely with his approach, but he's given some tough love. And maybe we women have coddled each other too much. Maybe we have. I remember, like I said before, my best friend, she would give it to me tough and tell me what she thought I should do. A lot of times I didn't listen, but she would give it to me straight. And we as women used to be able to hold each other accountable. We used to be able to say, girl, don't wear that. We used to be able to say, you probably, no, that hairstyle, no. We used to be able to do that and be able to receive it from each other without someone saying, oh, you just hating. No. We wanted you to present your best self, and we knew that whatever you trying to do wasn't doing that or was sending the wrong message. So when it came to a point that we couldn't be honest and hold each other accountable, sister, I got your back, you got my back, then we just said nothing. Or we co-signed. No. Like I said, tonight was relatively mild, and generally I don't agree with how he comes, how he moves. But tonight I sat and watched. We do it to ourselves. We do. We gotta do better. Let's talk about it.